Hello everyone, this is Ever Baby Girl and it's time for us to get creative again. Today's video is a viewer's request. Today we are going to be making our very own sesame seed oil. Please watch this video in its entirety because I will be sharing 2 recipes and 3 products. I will be showing you how I make infused sesame seed oil. Infused sesame seed oil is a personal favorite of mine. We will also be making raw sesame seed oil. Raw sesame seed oil has a milky texture. And I will also be showing you how I make refined sesame seed oil. So, if you're interested in these products, just keep watching. So, let's get started. Here is our first recipe, infused sesame seed oil. These are the products you will need. About 1 cup of carrier oil, like safflower or avocado oil. I'm using avocado oil for this recipe. You will also need about a half a cup of sesame seeds. So first, we are going to be gently crushing our sesame seeds. This will allow the natural oils to release from the seeds. Sesame seed oil is an excellent source of vitamin E, which is a natural antioxidant, and it's also a high concentration of omega-6 fatty acids. Next, we will be using the double boiler method. You're going to add a little water to a pan and a heat-resistant dish. Then we're adding our oil and our sesame seeds to the dish. You can set the stove to a medium or low heat. Once the water starts to boil, you can turn it down to simmer. We're going to allow the seeds in the oil to infuse for about 5 to 10 minutes while we occasionally stir our product. While we do this, let's talk a little bit about sesame seed oil benefits for the hair. Sesame seed oil is incredibly nourishing for the hair because it's packed with vitamins and minerals such as vitamin B1, B6, E, calcium, copper, phosphorus, iron, magnesium, manganese, and zinc. Studies have proven that massaging sesame seed oil into your scalp at least once a week can nourish the scalp and restore the natural balance and luster of the hair. Sesame seed oil can be added to a recipe and it can actually help the nutrients of other oils to absorb in the hair. Now that our sesame seed oil is cool to the touch, it's time to store the product. I'm going to be storing my product in a mason jar. I will allow the seeds to remain in the product so that it can continue to infuse. So I have my funnel ready, and let's store the oil and the seeds in a jar. And now you have your very own infused sesame seed oil. The longer you allow your product to infuse, the more potent it will become. So stay tuned because next I am going to be showing you how to make traditional sesame seed oil. The next recipe is closer to the authentic way to make sesame seed oil. It is a very interesting and intriguing process. So, let's begin. This is the product you will need. About 1 cup of sesame seeds, I'm using white sesame seeds for this recipe. Our first step is to wash the seeds. Clean sesame seeds yield more oil, so we're going to wash the sesame seeds well. Once you complete washing the sesame seeds, you're going to drain all the excess water out of the seeds. Our next step is to add the seeds to a saucepan. We're going to be roasting the sesame seeds on a medium to low heat. Roasting the sesame seeds will allow the natural oils to release from the seeds, and also it will allow the polysaturated fat and omega-6 oils to release. You want to roast them to a light brown color. Be careful not to burn your sesame seeds because it will lose some of its properties. And now the sesame seeds are roasted. So, our next step is to add the sesame seeds to a grinder and grind it into a powder. If you have a blender with a sharp blade, this process can be omitted. Next, we're going to add our sesame seeds to a blender along with 1 cup of water, and then we're going to blend it well. Next, you're going to strain your sesame seeds and you'll be left with a milky texture liquid. Our next step is to allow the water to evaporate from the product. I'm going to set my stove to a medium to low heat, and I'm going to continue to stir because it helps the process of evaporation. The water and oil is starting to separate. You can continue the process on a low heat.
One eternity later.
As you can see, the water has finally evaporated from the product. So our next step will be to remove it from the pan and strain. I have my cloth ready and I have my product in a separate bowl. Now we can start the straining process. You will start to notice that the oil still has a white milky texture. This is because the oil still contains a little water content. So I call this unrefined sesame seed oil. I think it's a lovely product because it's very moisturizing because of the light water content. So here's our product, our unrefined sesame seed oil. It yields about 2 tablespoons of sesame seed oil from 1 cup of sesame seeds. It's very moisturizing and it has a brilliant shine. So, if you want refined sesame seed oil, our next step will be to add the product to the pan again. We are going to completely allow all of the water to evaporate from the product. It will leave us with a refined sesame seed oil. Now I'm going to bring you in closer. You can see that it's starting to separate once again. Our next step is to strain the product. And there you have it, refined sesame seed oil. It yields about 1 tablespoon of sesame seed oil. It's satiny smooth and it has a lovely shine. And that's it. You have many ways to create such a wonderful product. You may choose to make refined sesame seed oil, infused sesame seed oil, or raw sesame seed oil. It's entirely up to you. I hope you enjoyed watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Until next time, bye.
Yeah.